Rejecting Hegelian idealism and taking materialistic philosophy to an extremely deterministic position, Marx claimed the course of human history had been decisively shaped by the very materialistic conditions of human existence, not by any abstract idea, not by any romantic philosophical thought. By deeply contemplating and examining all the important types of societies that had existed in human history, Marx came to his very famous and most influential proposition that in every epoch of history, all the aspects of a society, namely social, political, legal, cultural, religious, even absolutely spiritual matters, are decisively predetermined and totally conditioned by the prevailing economic mode of production of that time. By economic mode of production, Marx meant three important things: the conditions of production, the forces of production, and most importantly, the relation of production, which means how in a society the raw materials and the forces of production are owned, and how the produced goods, the wealth, and the profit of the production is distributed among masses. According to Marx, throughout history, the relation of production had been unjust and exploitative in nature, resulting into socio-economic inequalities and inevitably creating a situation of class conflict. However, with great disappointment, Marx observed that the exploitative nature of the relation of production had reached at its zenith in the then growing capitalist societies. By providing an in-depth and very anatomical explanation of capitalism, Marx made a striking effort to expose how in a capitalist society a non-producing class, which was very few in number, was actually doing nothing, but because of its ownership over raw materials and process of production was being able to take the much greater and substantial portion of production's profit. On the other hand, the producing class, which was very large in number, lacking the ownership over raw materials and forces of production, had no other options left except selling their labor at the cheapest cost possible helplessly. The working class was doing everything but was getting almost nothing. All the goods were produced using their blood and sweat, but the real profit of the production was kept completely away from them. According to Marx, in capitalism, the working class was being unjustly exploited, deliberately alienated, and being deprived of all its deserving rights and duties. By vehemently reacting against the severe economic inequalities, injustice, and exploitation of the capitalist societies, Marx urged the working class to stage a bloody revolution and bring capitalism to its most awaited and inevitable end. Who can forget the most iconic ending lines of the Communist Manifesto, where Marx, with great audacity, in his typical fierce and firing tone, wrote, "Let the ruling class tremble at a communistic revolution. Workers of the world have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win, so workers of the world, be united." Marx assured the working class that the revolution would be followed by the ushering of a classless, stateless, and exploitation-free society. A society in which equality and equity, being the guiding principle, would ensure every individual an equal opportunity to live a dignified and meaningful life. A society where no place would be left for any kind of domination, exploitation, subjugation, and alienation. It was blatant that in Marx all the deprived, exploited, and marginalized sections of the society found the real hope for their emancipation and became prepared to do anything to turn Marxist theory into a reality. But ironically, whenever and wherever this captivating Marxist philosophy was used to completely dismantle the prevailing socio-economic structures and overthrow the existing political authorities by means of violence and bloodshed, instead of a classless, stateless, and exploitation-free society, a kind of highly dictatorial and authoritarian regimes came into existence, proving the prediction of Marx a completely wrong one.